Ramble.
Thanks to Raycon, Mint Mobile, Purple Mattress, and Stitch Fix for sponsoring today's episode of the TryPod.
It's the Jewish way to feel bad about the things that give you pleasure.
Hey, I'm Catholic, so I feel that. Yeah. We're simpatico.
We should really dive into the difference between Jewish and Catholic guilt. They feel close but different to me.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's like when things are so far apart they become together again.
Catholic, if you eat a cracker, you aren't guilty anymore.
Yeah, that is a thing with Catholic. Is it's sort of like just a kind of direct connection with just getting better again by going to the church. They really keep you coming back. It's sort of like Time Warner or something.
Yeah. I think communion is a little bit hair of the dog. You know what I'm saying? A little snack for the belly, a little wine to get you going through the rest of the morning. Whew.
Yeah.
It was crazy last night. We got to atone for these sins, but first, one more sin.
A little bit of bread.
A little bread, a little wine, body of blood, whatever, man. Just give it to me.
Why don't we do a video series one time where you guys take me to church? Because I've never been to church.
I
don't know anything about it.
What's the best denomination candid competition?
Ranking the religion.
Right, I mean, we're barely trying to go to our own religious services.
No, it should be candid competition. What's the best denomination of Christianity from a Jewish perspective?
Oh my God. What really sect is best at conversion? And wow. Well, you heard it here first. That's a series that we're going to do. Welcome to the TryPod, another rousing episode. You got Zach on the mic. You got Ned on the mic. You got Keith on the mic. Miles in the big boy chair.
Yay.
Wow.
Today on the show, we're going to be talking about some of our shared and individual guilty pleasures in celebration of a special project we have that we'll tell you about after the break. And then we're probably just going to fuck around. That's usually what we do.
That's true. To say that this show is planned is really just putting a lot on Miles.
Well,
I mean, it's on the calendar.
Yeah, it's on the calendar, so in that way I planned. I usually prepare a Google Doc. Yeah, the Google Doc is short for sure that I have planned.
Oh, I would love to see that. Oh, it's pretty short. Just a couple of lines.
It's not for everyone's. It's a real.
Do you use the same doc every week and just sort of erase it and then rewrite new things so that it's not even like you can't look back at your notes? You can it's just like sort of like a notes app. I just sort of delete what I don't need.
Right. I create a new Google Doc every week, but it's like I shouldn't be. It's not enough to support a full document.
Miles's notes for this episode are perhaps bath talk ?
It's so funny because later we're going to be talking about some of our guilty pleasures, but the first thing I thought of this morning was egg related. I was like, no, Keith, no, you can't come out the gate with more egg talk. You just can't.
You can't. It's too much.
All of my guilty pleasures are all shower and bath related. And I said, no, Ned, no. The people don't need more bath talk.
Well, dear listeners, brace yourselves for another perfect episode right after this.
Something I've been doing lately is Becky and I have been going on walks, but sometimes Becky's working and I still want to go on a walk, and sometimes it's really nice to disconnect by just listening to a podcast or listening to your favorite song, and the way I like to do that is with my Raycon wireless earbuds. They make it easy, they fit great, they sound great, and plus, they're just way cheaper than a lot of the other ones out there for the same amazing sound quality. So whether you're catching up on your favorite news podcast, binging an audiobook, or powering through your workout with a pumped up playlist, a pair of Raycons in your ears can make all the difference. One of the things I like about the Raycons, they're very stylish. They have different colors. Mine are in blue, obviously.
You got no dangling wires or silly little stems to get in your way. Raycons come in a range of stylish colorways, but always with a comfortable in-ear fit.
Raycon's offering even more off. They're offering 15% off all their products for our listeners, and here's what you got to do to get it. Go to buyraycon.com/TryPod. That's it. You'll get 15% off your entire Raycon order, so feel free to grab a pair and a spare, baby. That's 15% off at buyraycon.com/TryPod. buyraycon.com/TryPod.
I like how some other podcasts are like, we are brought to you by... I was listening to Dax Shepard's podcast, and he's like, turns on a Price is Right voice for his ad reads, which makes it kind of ironic.
Yeah, I consider myself the budget Monica Padman, so I don't
know what that means.
Monica Padman is Zach
co-host.
Shepard's co-host. Anyway, we're getting into... Well, speaking of guilty pleasures, Zach, we have a very exciting announcement coming up next Monday.
Hell yeah. So today we're going to be talking about some of our shared guilty pleasures because I have a new podcast coming out starting this Monday called Guilty Pleasures. It is a comedy pop culture podcast where me and my co-hosts Kelsey Dara and Garrick Bernard are going to be sharing some of our favorite movies and TV shows. Those things that you know you're not supposed to love, but that won't stop you from loving them anyway. It's a really fun show. We've just been having a blast talking about our favorite movies and shows. We're going to be inviting our funniest friends along to share theirs as well. It's just a fun little corner for us to geek out about pop culture.
Wow, you asked me to be on an episode. I didn't realize I was one of your funniest friends. I am honored. Oh my goodness. I thought it was just
Top tier, my dude.
Wow. So listeners, I did a 50 Shades of Grey episode. You'll just have to stay tuned.
Yeah, we got all of our buddies on. And it's fun. We're launching with a Twilight episode because it is probably the quintessential guilty pleasure of the last 20 years. We have Bridgerton coming up, so we're going between classics and modern classics, instant classics.
I mean, it's super funny. I did an episode. I've listened to a couple. It's hilarious. Kelsey and Garrick are so funny. I did not know that they were such good friends of yours, Zach. It's like a very seamless dynamic. You have friends other than us. I'm shocked, but
yeah, I basically chose. So both of Kelsey and Garrick are insanely funny people, and also incredible writers, very knowledgeable and passionate about movies. So I basically I tried to make a show where I knew I would be the weakest link. I have succeeded. They are so much funnier than me, and I really think you guys are gonna love it. Stay tuned after this. We're gonna have a trailer for you guys to listen to, and then please go to our Guilty Pleasure show. Go give us some love for our premiere on Monday. But in celebration of that show, we want to talk about some of our non-pop culture guilty pleasures. What are the things that we love, even though it might be a little bad?
Yeah, and if you're watching on YouTube, leave us a comment. What's your guilty pleasure? What do you love, even though it's a little bad?
We were texting about this, and I'm like, I don't have. Oh, actually, I exclusively have. I think everything I do. But what about you guys?
I love to eat huge portions of beef. You know, I don't get too much anymore, but god damn it, if I'm at a restaurant and there's a steak and there's the same steak but it's more ounces, guess which one I buy? The one with more ounces. The bigger the better. The bigger the fucking better, baby. Just 26, 32, let's go for it. I'll finish it too. Damned if I won't. I will finish it and not poop for 3 days, and it's gonna be awesome.
You know, you're also the guy that, like, you'll get the 32-ounce steak and then go, but I also really want the pork chop. You guys want a table chop?
Yeah, that's the best. You know, I'm very into the table meat. The meat for the table. Sometimes you do the steak for the table because it's like a $95 steak, and you're like, I'm gonna pay for the steak for everybody, but I feel bad if I'm the only one eating the $95 steak. It's rude.
I love the when we went to Florence, there were these like giant, that was just like the thing, was like Florentine steaks where they were huge and they were butterflied apart, and it was almost always a 2-person meal. Like it was just like always served for 2 people. Just decadent. I love when you can like find someone at the table and be like, hey, you want to go in on this like $120 steak together?
Ned and I have done that many times.
Oh,
in
yes.
the pre-COVID era. We did it. We did it right before too. It was like sometime last winter. We went to, I don't know, some restaurant in WeHo, and you and I got this enormous steak and split it, and it was marvelous. It was.
Yeah.
You're probably the 2 biggest food enablers in my life, I would say.
Oh yeah.
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 You could even say, Keith, it was marvelous.
Ooh, it was a ribeye.
Well
which is
marbled.
Well marbled. Yeah, I love food. Food is definitely a guilty pleasure.
What about sweets? Do you like
no.
kind of cheesecake, ice cream,
See,
kind of like cookies?
Becky's guilty
candy?
pleasure is candy and ice cream. She loves sour candy, sweet ice cream. That's what she wants. But I'm like, I'll eat that. It's fine. But if you said, Keith, for dessert, would you like a bowl of ice cream or a pork chop?
Pork chop for dessert.
Yeah.
I'm an ice cream boy for sure. I love me some ice cream. We have a monthly subscription, just kind of keep it in the fridge at all times.
I'm sorry. Wait, time out.
You get an ice cream and once a month. Is it different flavors? Flavor of the month?
Yeah. Flavor of the month type of thing. Actually, it's 4 flavors of the month. 4 pints.
Oh my God.
4 pints a month.
You go through 1 pint a week?
Sometimes they'll send you like a orange blossom creamsicle one where it's like, this is good, but I really have to be in the mood for it. I'm always all about that chocolate vanilla life, just like the fudge swirl type of caramel chunk type of moose tracks.
There was a period of the quarantine where I was eating ice cream every single day, and I think I tried to curb that behavior because I was, feeling a little puffy.
We have a vegan ice cream that we adore. It's from Jenny's. It's called Texas Sheet Cake. It is just so goddamn good, and it has reignited my passion for ice cream after years of ice cream celibacy. But I've told Maggie to help me curb my ice cream intake because look, with my inflammation, all that, I don't feel good when I eat a lot of sugar. It's not good for my body. So I will literally, while she is spaced out, watching a show, I will sneak to the kitchen. And we have an open, our kitchen is connected to our living room, but I will stand there and eat it to see if she notices.
What?
And it is it is a literal guilty pleasure where I am enjoying it and feeling bad and hoping I don't get caught in the moment. I've instructed her to yell at me when she catches me.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
kinky. That's a little kinky there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yell at me.
It's very guilty.
Don't let me eat this ice cream. Don't let me eat it.
I'll do a midday ice cream bite for sure, and that makes me feel a little naughty. If I'm just I'm feeling a little sad today, and I go and get a big bite of the cream with just a spoon in the carton and put it in my mouth.
Yeah,
and boy, howdy.
Eating directly from the carton is a real guilty pleasure because you're just not supposed to do that.
Sticky, yeah.
You have no way of knowing how much you're eating. There's no portion control when you're going straight from the carton, baby.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll ramp this up. When you're living with OCD, I'd say just about everything is a guilty pleasure. Aside from that, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a little bit of a relentless nose picker. It's one of my true pleasures that I know is bad. I don't want to be caught. I don't want to be seen doing it, but I will never stop. I accepted that. I think in my late 20s, just seeing you know what? This is never going away. I love picking my nose. And you know what? I'm not afraid to share it.
That's nice.
I'm right there with you, Zach. I'm right there with you. I got a big honker, and you got to get in there. I mean, you
got to get in there.
You got.
Sometimes it's stuck. Sometimes it's stuck along the wall, and blowing just won't do. And you got to get up in there, and you got to hook it out.
I wish they made specific tweezers that weren't too sharp, that were specifically for nose. My finger is okay, but what would be really good is some specialty products, so I can just scoop up in there, or maybe pull out.
Ow.
Like a rubber spatula for your nose.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like
normal tweezers, you're gonna cut your nostrils all up, and it's bad news.
Right.
Yeah.
But imagine if they had little tiny hands on the end, so they just they clump the booger, and then you pull it out. And maybe you pull a hair with you, but that kind of cleans out your sinuses, and you feel a little bad, but also a little bit good.
Yeah. Do you guys blow your nose in the shower?
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
I'm definitely, if you have a head cold, my goodness, the shower is the place to turn that water super fucking hot, put it straight on your face, and just let it all pour out, baby.
I love that.
I don't really do it in the shower, but I definitely do it on the soccer field. If you need to blow your nose on the soccer field, there is no option. So you gotta snot rocket when the ball goes out of bounds for a second, and then slobber it up your forearm. And then, get back at it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't use your hands anyway, so it's it's pretty safe to use your hands as Kleenex in that moment because you're not using your hands in soccer unless you're a goalie.
Honestly, you're gonna sweat immediately, so it's all gonna be goobery anyways. If you're like bumping up against other people, it's just goober city. It's really tough to talk about now, like in a pandemic, imagining that level of goober transfer, but it's just part of the game. It's like I had a coach one time when I was like asking to blow my nose. He's like, "Quit being a bitch, just not rocking and get back out there." He didn't call me a bitch, but his point was you're not allowed to come out of the game right now because you're so good at soccer.
Get back out there, Fulmer. Score us a couple runs.
Is that a recurring dream you have? Is just that a coach is telling you that you're too good to take out of the game?
You're too good to get taken out.
Oh my goodness, after the year we've all been through, I think saving money is probably at the top of everyone's resolution list. So if you're still paying insane amounts of money every month for wireless, I mean, what are you doing? You should switch to Mint Mobile because it's the easiest way to save this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you maximize your savings with plans starting at just $15 a month. By going online only, you eliminate the traditional cost of the retail, so Mint Mobile passes those savings on to you. And all plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. So you're not missing out on anything by this, you're just saving money. It's great.
And get this, you use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same number along with all your existing contacts.
So to get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month, get the plan shipped to your door for free. Go to mintmobile.com/tryguys. That's mintmobile.com/tryguys. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/tryguys.
Ned's like, my wife, she's going into labor. Not now, Fulmer. You're our ace. We need you out there. You score the winning goal, then you can go.
There's 2 minutes left, Fulmer.
They scored as soon as we took you out. Fuck.
He's a wild card, but he's the best
like,
we got.
Since I played defense, that's like the equivalent of feeling like you're good. Is like you come out of the game and they like immediately score, and you're like, God damn it!
It's because of me.
Need to be in there.
I'm imagining like a buddy cop soccer match where it's like, you're out of line, Fulmer. Hand in your shin guard.
I put
guilty pleasure.
my 2 shin guards and a gun.
Yeah. He's like, what did you have a gun for?
You've snot rocketed on this field for the last time.
I've got a guilty pleasure that is a little of like a video game one that let me set the scene for you. Because we all love video games. Oftentimes they're not guilty at all. You know, late night, kids have both gone to bed. Like you got yourself some video game time, not guilty, right? Maybe if you stay up till 12 or 1 or 2, which I've definitely never always done, that's kind of guilty. But let me talk to you about the Nintendo Switch handheld guilt, where you're watching the 3-month-old and the 3-year-old is in the bath with his mom. You know, his mom's doing bath time. They're not bathing together. But if they were, that wouldn't be weird either.
It's a baby.
Fine, we accept that.
Well, 3-year-old. I mean, it's getting. Anyways, so you like things are calm. Baby's napping. You're good, but you know you only have like 10 minutes, and it's like, what are you doing, man? You're gonna play Switch for 10 minutes, but your buddies from New York are being like, hey, it's nighttime for me. You want to play a couple quick games of Smash? And you're like, if I play on the TV, that'll be a big issue. But if I just play on the handheld Switch for 10 minutes, no one will ever know. No one will ever feel like it's weird. And that's a guilty pleasure that I have. And also did last night.
That's very good. How'd you do, Ned?
You know, the handheld definitely causes you to make a couple mistakes that you wouldn't otherwise make. It's a tiny screen and not great controls, but a poor craftsman blames his tools. I still got a couple of W's for sure. Definitely also accidentally fast-falled off the map when I was trying to catch the ledge. But you know, I'm not gonna blame it. I'm not gonna hang my hat on that. I'm gonna focus on the positives. But yeah, after Wes went to bed and it was truly the nighttime, then switched back to the GameCube controller. Way better.
It's
this is like a nightly.
Oh, I was gonna say it's not quite video game guilty pleasure, but I spoke a couple weeks back about how I've been watching the Pokemon cards on the TikTok, right?
Oh, they're so good.
Well, I've let it get the better of me, John.
No, Keith, no.
I've let it get the better.
Oh my God.
Dude, you bought how many packs?
Do some content. Wait, can we open one on camera?
I was thinking maybe we should open one on camera.
That would be a guilty pleasure for me.
You know
for
what?
Sure.
Really good.
And here's the fun thing.
I'm a Magic the Gathering boy. I'm not too into the Pokemon game, but the mechanic is the same. Just cracking some packs, that cardboard crack, the new smell, and the shiny shinies, and just you never know what you're gonna get.
And let me tell you, some of the ultra rares are cool
Really?
cool now.
What's a Planeswalker but for Pokemon?
Let me show you one. Let me show you one.
I thought you'd never ask, my boy.
Let me show you one. This is a Planeswalker equivalent. They're like GX cards. They're fucking dope as shit.
Yo.
They're so
I don't even.
You sleeve
dope.
that bitch up?
I don't even know how to explain what's on what I'm looking at right now. Hold it up again, Keith. It's like a crazy, almost triple holographic.
A normal card, and this has a little holographic. They do reverse.
You have to
holo,
explain
so
it, Keith. This is a podcast.
This is a normal Pokemon card. It has a picture on the top, and on the bottom it has text that tells you what it does. Now, this is a slightly rare because the text is holographic, which means it's got some sort of metal foil in it.
So just the text.
Just the text, and that's called a reverse holo or a reverse foil.
Rated as like level 1 rare.
Yeah, it's sort of like level 1 rare or level. It's so in between because you can also have the picture be holographic and the text not be. But this is like full art holographic
It's
and
crazy.
ultra rare. So basically, the whole thing is holographic. The text is almost impossible to read. It's also in a piece of plastic, which is making it more reflective. But they're really beautiful cards and. I genuinely appreciate the art.
So how much is that little GX worth?
This one's like a $10-ish card. I did pull one that was like a $25 to $30 card. This is like a $2 to $3 card, right? Like the normal rares, and these are the value, but I'm sure they sell for far less.
I want to add, lest anyone thinks that we're just jumping on a trend here. Last summer, Keith, when we were on tour, Keith and I bought a couple packs. Well, Keith had been buying packs in each town that we went to, but we each bought a pack and then kept it in our pocket. And then anytime a fan would recognize us, we'd be like, "Hey, you want a Pokemon card?" And it was just like, we would still take a picture, but we would just hand out one individual Pokemon card. Like, I think it was in Portland or wherever we were. So some people out there, listeners, you have a special limited edition Keith Habersberger Pokemon card.
And a Zach Kornfeld Pokemon card out there.
A couple of them out there.
Okay, so we're going to open a pack right now, and we'll do our best to describe it for the audio listeners. But hopefully we pull something good, because whenever we pull something good, everybody freaks out. It's always fun. It's all about the reactions. It's basically like playing a scratch-off lottery ticket, right? It's basically what it is. So we got a Sun and Moon Crimson Invasion. We got a Sun and Moon Burning Shadows.
These are the pack types?
Yeah, these are pack types.
Oh,
So,
God.
Sun and Moon Crimson Invasion. Sun and Moon Burning Shadows. Sword and Shield Rebel Clash, and just a normal Sword and Shield. Which would you guys, what tickles the fancy?
Yeah, I was pretty intrigued by the Crimson.
The Crimson Invasion or the Burning Shadows?
No, not Burning Shadow. Fuck
The
that
first one was
noise.
Crimson Invasion, right?
Yeah. Everybody who's listening who's thinking, hey, maybe I want to get into Pokemon cards too, there's a whole way you open them as well. So I got to open it up.
How do you open
Wait, how do you
it?
open it? I didn't know this.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a whole
it's-
thing.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It's like a whole subculture on Twitch too of people like opening cards.
So you
wait, have I
take-
been opening them wrong my entire life?
So you take the cards out, and then right here is like the code card. It tells you basically there's an online version of the game, and when you buy a pack, there's a code on the pack. You enter it online, and it gives you digital cards of the cards you bought, so you can play online.
cool. That's
Very
nice.
cool. So
Wish
you
Magic
take the
did that.
cards, and you don't look at them, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you leave them like that. and then you put it on the bottom so that when you start, it starts with the energy, which is the least exciting. So it's just like your mana if you play Magic the Gathering. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go one card at a time, and the last card is the one that has the chance to be ultra rare. The second to last is your standard rare. So you go like this, and now we got ourselves a trainer card, which is kind of like an artifact or an instant kind of.
Lusamine is who we got.
Lusamine, yeah. I've never heard of her. This is like Generation 8 Pokemon. I don't know this at all.
Yeah, it's kind of a black and yellow card.
Kakuna, we know that boy. We know
That's
that boy.
right.
He's an OG.
Little bug.
Excelgor. I don't know who that is.
It's like a...
I can't even.
It's like a owl bird, man.
This is cute.
Jangmo.
Oh, he's so cute. Okay, I want that one. That one's mine.
All right, that one's yours. It kind of looks like a scorpion dog.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
so cute.
Phoebus.
Ugly ass fish.
Ew.
So
It's like
the ugly ass fish Pokemon.
Stuffle. Big fan. Huge
This is
fan.
Stuffle
like a
looks like a Tanuki from Mario, but pink and cuter with these little, almost like Tanuki Mario and Kirby had a baby.
Oh, yeah.
And then ooh, it's cool.
Misdrevious.
Is
We
this some-
stand.
Is there something different
Dark
with the art
purple.
there?
No, it's
Or is
just
that-
It's just
just
normal.
dark.
art still?
It's just dark.
Okay.
It's just a dark.
Yeah, it
dark
looks like a
back. She's ghost.
spider woman.
This is
Chimicho.
fucking weird looking.
Yeah, I don't know
No.
what that
Chimicho
is.
looks sad.
Like
There's
a
so
Mr.
many
Game &
Pokemon.
Watch that got real
Yeah.
sad.
Keith, can I ask let's pause here. So you're, as a trainer collector, are your fingerprints sullying the quality, the value of these? Should you be wearing gloves?
Well, these are garbage carts. No matter what.
Okay.
Probably your first 8 are garbage. I mean, and they might be like good for play, but they're not going to have much value. Now that there's
So
exceptions.
even in like
There's
even in
exceptions.
like the
Like an original
$400,000, like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm not going to touch the last card with my fingertips. It's going to be revealed, you see. And how I'm holding
But so
these.
in the original packs, it's still like you really only care about the last card. The rest of them don't have value, or do you ever get like a cool one mixed in between?
So yes, there are error packs, which is when the whatever happened on the assembly line fucked up, and there's more rares in the pack than you would expect. But either way, if I'm opening them like this, my fingerprint's only touching the one that I know I've already decided is garbage.
Okay.
Right. So now this is the standard rare that comes in the pack.
Oh.
Salandis.
It looks like a
it is?
dinosaur.
Okay, now here it is.
Oh, here it is. So this is it. This is the big one.
And if it's good, it's gonna be great. Let's see, and it's nothing.
Wigglytuff.
What do you
Wigglytuff.
mean nothing?
Well, it's just not. It's not a mega. It's not a V Max. It's not. It's not a big boy.
But
it's just a Pokemon.
Thanks for playing, everybody.
For me, I actually get very excited anytime it's like an original Pokemon because,
Yeah.
like, for me, it's all about the nostalgia, and it's super fun. And I am going to be building decks and playing the game. I'm going to teach Becky, and maybe even we'll teach Ned. It's basically Magic Light. It's very easy.
That's
it's easy
awesome.
magic.
I can't wait to get into it.
I'm a little hooked, and I would like you to open another pack. I know you have big plans for those, but that was exhilarating. I don't know that it's good for the podcast.
Who
I'm
knows?
just saying that I already am like, yeah, give me more. I need another hit.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
I kind of love it,
it's-
except I wish it were a Magic the Gathering pack.
Right, I get
Yeah.
that. I get that. But I like it because it's very cartoonish. Everything looks cute.
Yeah.
And yes, it's very, especially when you have a pack that you didn't get nothing in. You're like, well, I got another pack lying right here. Maybe I should open that bad boy.
That's really cool.
When you get a good one, it makes you want to open another one.
We'll do a speed open. We'll do a speed open at the end of this episode.
Right. We'll do a
Where
speed
you just
open.
Rapid through. Just get to that last card.
Okay, you put your bedding on, you get your duvet cover, you do the whole thing, and sure, it all looks the same, but you peel away the layers of that pillow onion, you look at what's inside, and you will see they are not all created equal. And that, my friends, is what makes every purple pillow and mattress unlike anything you've ever slept on.
You've probably seen the commercials, but it's even more amazing to behold in real life. The Purple Grid sets the Purple mattress apart from every other mattress. It's a patented comfort technology that instantly adapts to your body's natural shape and sleep style.
And this cutting-edge technology doesn't stop with the mattresses. Every purple pillow is engineered with the grid for total head and neck support with absolute airflow.
I love it. I've been sleeping on it. I've been cozy. I have not been waking up overheated.
Experience the Purple Grid and you'll sleep like never before. Go to purple.com/tripod10 and use code TryPod10. For a limited time, you'll get 10% off any order of $200 or more. That's purple.com/tripod10, promo code TryPod10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Terms apply.
Right. And getting back to guilty pleasures, we have a list of guilty pleasures from a website. First, I never talked about my guilty pleasure, which, as I've mentioned on the podcast, is taking a tub with looking at the iPad, watching TV, although it's plugged in, and hoping that the iPad doesn't fall into the tub and electrocute me.
The danger there, I think, is part of what titillates you.
Yeah, it gets me off, and I like that element of it, but it is scary because I don't want my TV, iPad situation to end me. Now,
But what a way to go.
What a way to go. He died how he lived. Now, this is from fairygodboss.com. 21 guilty pleasures we refuse to stop indulging in. Now, I thought we'd go through some of these and just sort of rank them and enjoy them and, enjoy our lives because this is our life and we only have one and it's wine time. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why I'm wearing slippers, You just got one life. You got to live it.
You gotta live it. All right, the first one, dancing like no one's watching.
I don't know that that's a guilty pleasure. I think that's a healthy indulgence.
That's therapy. Yeah. Makes you feel good.
Do you ever
You guys-
dance alone?
Yeah, I about to say, is it dance like no one's watching or dance because no one's watching?
That's true. Very different. One is alone in your apartment. One is like you go to a club and you don't give a shit. You're just going to let your freak flag fly.
I interpreted it as alone in the apartment because going to a club, first of all, rare. Second of all, that is just how I dance.
Third of all, when Ned's dancing, people are watching.
That's true.
Yeah. And the description here is, call it risky business, if you will, but there's nothing like cranking up the volume on a good Kelly Clarkson song and getting your groove on.
Okay, so that's alone at home. Yeah, I think that's great. I'm all for it, especially in quarantine times. Sometimes you just gotta dance.
Yeah.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Becky's been listening to Bruce Springsteen a lot lately. And
surprising.
I know. She's been grooving to him, and even this morning, it was a Bruce Springsteen song that I'm unfamiliar with, and she's like, "Oh, it's about to be. He's about to drop. The beat's about to drop." And when it dropped, it was it's Bruce Springsteen. It was just very mellow and groovy, but she was like, "Yeah," and she was dancing and making juice. And I do love it because I like Bruce Springsteen. It's a fun thing to have playing in your house on a Wednesday morning.
Her and Adam Kornfeld can jam out together.
Yeah. I do love Dancing in the Dark. Dancing in the Dark. 'Cause I don't know if that's the name of the song, but it's a great song.
Oh,
Get up in the morning and I ain't got nothing to say. I love it.
Number 2, creeping on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh yeah, you gotta creep every so often.
Maybe you found yourself scrolling through your ex's new partner's page, or you click through one page and then another till you end up on someone's Instagram account. Either way, you're not alone. A lot of us are right there with you. This is, I would say, a guilty pleasure, but it's a bad one.
I think that falls more into the guilty camp. I don't think you should feel good about it. It ain't healthy. You got to stop it. Brian's moved on, and you know what? It's time that you do too, Cheryl.
Yeah. But sometimes you're a vigilante, right? Like I was creeping on Facebook in the summer, and I was going around and basically trolling people who were posting misinformation and saying, "Fuck you, this is wrong. Here's why it's wrong." So like people who were like saying that COVID wasn't real, I was like, "Fuck you. Here's a bunch of proof that it is real." People who were like anti-vaxxers, like, "Fuck you. Go to fucking hell." And I would dig through Facebook. Through my Tennessee friends or acquaintances, I should probably rather say, and I would just refute them on their page until they blocked me. So that's
not lurking though. That's like vigilante justice in Facebook form.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really.
But
good.
they ended up blocking me, so I don't know how much good it was, but it's fine.
Definitely, those platforms will sometimes surface like someone I knew from college or someone I knew from high school, even, and I'm like, I haven't thought about that name in a long time. Wonder where they live. You click on their profile, like, oh, they're doing this thing. But like some people are very different.
What country are you from?
What country are you from?
What country are you from? People like, some people are like, oh, they have a baby. Or like, oh, wow, they live in like Africa, or, you know, some shit.
Yeah. I do have a friend who he lives in Australia now. And I was like, hey, when did you move to Australia?
Yeah.
That's cool. Sleeping in is the next one.
Oh, yeah.
That's guttural. Wait, you sleep in a lot?
Oh, I try to. I try to get at least 3 snooze taps if I can.
Oh,
and then sometimes I go hard. I turn off the alarm, just go back to sleep, see how long we go. See how long?
It's crazy how time changes things, because like in college, regularly would sleep till 1 in the afternoon. I'm talking like college. It was more rare that I woke up earlier than that. Now, if I sleep till 9:30 on a Saturday, I kind of wake up in a panic. I'm scared. Yeah, I'm like, oh God, what happened? Oh no, oh, the sun's been up. It freaks me out.
Sleeping in has become relative, because when I say like I'm sleeping in, I mean I'm getting to 8:30, which I think most young people would not say is sleeping in. But since I try to wake up at 7,
it's early.
It's pretty early. But I would wake up like, ooh, slept all the way till 8:30 this morning.
Like classes that started at 8:30, it was like, oh no, you have to take one of those. Oh yeah, that does suck.
Hell.
Yeah.
A little different for me, but you guys know that.
We know.
I would say when I can sleep in. Oh, do I ever? If me and Ariel ever like on a naughty weekend in Vegas and the kids are with the in-laws, oh my God, we're sleeping till like 10.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like you got to compress all your adult shit into 48 hours if you have 48 hours without your kids there.
Yeah.
I get that.
Naughty weekend.
I'm not saying we're going to
Daddy's
strip
naughty
clubs
weekend.
or whatever.
Are you and Ariel cruising the strip? Like throwing dollar bills around?
But, you know, like all the things that you don't normally do when you have kids, like stay out past 11.
Yeah.
Did I say stay out? I meant stay up past 11.
Ned and Ariel's naughty weekend is like early 20s tame weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would kill for an early 20s tame weekend right now.
Woo! Oh, that'd be fun. I actually have kind of started to like waking up early. I mean, I do like sleeping in or whatever, but like I kind of have this, you know, routine of things that I do to like get myself like awake like immediately, you know, I'll blast lights in my face. It helps you wake up faster. Or if the sun is up, I'll go look at the sunrise and like let my eyes
stare at the sun.
Stare right at the sun.
Well, the sunrise, Keith. I don't stare at the sun if it's up. But
I love that some of the hacks to like waking up fast are basically enduring some kind of pain. So if you want to wake up fast, take an ice cold shower. Have you taken an ice cold shower? That shit is uncomfortable. It is awful.
It wakes you
up.
But it does wake you up because it makes you panic.
Yeah, your body's going into fight or flight.
Yeah, I think it's like your body naturally does that though. Your body like starts producing cortisol when you wake up, and that's something that helps you get out of bed. If you don't have it, you would just like want to stay in bed all day. Obviously too much is bad, but that's part of it is like when your sleep, your melatonin and stuff is dripping off, your like cortisol is spiking, and that's kind of what wakes you up and gets you on in the day. And it's a process to help that happen, happen when it's supposed to happen.
My favorite way to wake up in the morning, you gently get out of bed and just have a jackhammer right outside your window. Nice shock to the system.
But if you snooze, you often, at least I do, feel more tired than if you just wake up and like start going.
Yeah, sometimes that's true. I have become blessed with my dog-like cat who literally, when my alarm goes off, my cat wakes up and comes over to my face and starts to lick my face like a dog, being like, it's time to wake up. And it's so bizarre that
it's because he wants food.
It is. But he's patient until I'm supposed to wake up. He's like, I won't do it before the alarm. He'll wait until the alarm.
That's nice.
And if I don't set the alarm, he won't do it.
My sister's cat has decided that her breakfast is 5:30 in the morning, and if she is not fed, she starts breaking stuff in the apartment. So
my
like,
God.
you'll hear a meow, and if neither of them wake up, then she goes to the living room and starts swatting stuff off the counters. So one of them, and there's no, you would think like they've had this cat for 2 years. There's no system. It's just whoever wakes up runs to catch whatever's breaking, and they've accepted this as part of their life. The adorable tyranny of cats.
Just leave some food out overnight.
Yeah.
Let the cat graze at night.
Well, then they had one of those like time release things, but then you wake up to the sound of, but they live in an apartment in Manhattan. It's small, so you wake up to, it's worse.
Yeah, that's.
Does it grind the meat straight into cat food or something?
It's a dead animal. It's just processing.
It's a rabbit.
What are the guilty pleasures you got, Miles? Keep us rolling. Lightning round.
Let's go. Reading novels for pleasure.
No.
It's not guilty. That's
so good
great.
for you.
That's pretty good for you. I feel like that's not a guilty pleasure. It's nice.
Yeah, there are some novels like you're talking like Dan Brown novels, like you're by a pool on a beach and you're like, no, it's a little trashy, or you're like even the Hunger Games, Twilight.
Still good though for you.
Well, reading Lolita is good for you. Like reading reading anything I guess is good, but like there is a guilty pleasure novel where it's like this is not good writing. This is very limited vocabulary. It's kind of like very pulpy, poppy stories that are just like page turners. You can't wait to keep reading them, but like not really great character development.
It was the experience of reading Ready Player One, where I every day needed to tell whoever was around me how absurdly trashy and stupid, but undeniably engrossing it was. And I hated
absolutely.
hate myself for every second that I loved it, you know?
It's so clearly like written to be a bad movie already, and yet you cannot put it down. You're so engrossed in it. All of the references are like endorphin rushes because you're like, oh, that's something I recognize.
If you are like me and your go-to outfit for 2020 was just sweatshirts or yoga pants or whatever shirt was laying on the ground from last night, you may be feeling like you're in a style rut. Well, no more. Let Stitch Fix help you feel excited about what you're wearing once again.
So Stitch Fix offers clothing hand-selected by expert stylists for your unique size, style, and budget. So every piece is chosen for your fit and your life, and it's the easy solution to finding what makes you look and feel your best. You can try on your pieces at home before you buy them. You keep your favorites, you send back what you don't like, and Stitch Fix has free shipping, easy returns and exchanges, and a prepaid return envelope is included. It's so simple.
You got no subscription required. You can try Stitch Fix once or set up automatic deliveries. You'll pay just a $20 styling fee for each box, which gets credited towards pieces that you keep, so there are no hidden fees.
So get started today at stitchfix.com/tryguys, and you'll get 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. That's stitchfix.com/tryguys for 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. stitchfix.com/tryguys.
Yeah, there's an ad for Minecraft in the Ready Player One movie. I don't know if you guys caught that, but it's so absurd. Anyway, moving on. Eating dessert before dinner or whenever. Blame it on the inspirational Dove chocolate wrapper or the jokes on a popsicle stick, but we all love dabbling in a good dessert.
Not for me.
I don't like that. I'm all about like afternoon little chocolate, little candy as a snack or something, but you telling me I'm going to eat a bowl of ice cream at like 6 p.m. right before I'm about to have a normal dinner? Gross. I don't think I would like that.
Now, a summer afternoon popsicle.
Yeah.
Oh,
mayhaps.
Yeah. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. anyone's game.
Yeah.
But like, I'm imagining you like go straight. It's like a first course. Like you're eating your ice cream and then you move it and then you bring in like a pork chop, spinach, and rice or something. Like, no, that doesn't work. That would confuse your mouth so much. I don't know why you can do it the other way around and it seems totally fine, but.
All right. The next one is, let me just pop off a couple of these. Ordering takeout when you simply don't feel like cooking. You're laid up on the couch beneath your heated blanket, so you can't possibly be bothered by making your own food.
Heated blanket. You added to the layers to this story.
I know.
You guys ever done a post pizza dinner purchase? A post dinner pizza purchase. I said it the wrong way. A post dinner.
I was thinking
pizza
that you
purchase.
had your big
Yes.
pizza, and you're like, you know what I need right now is some
Dinner.
Some dinner.
Well, just
No.
like you eat pizza and then you're compelled to buy a back massager.
I wish. No, it's just that sometimes
you order a pizza after dinner.
Yeah, Becky and I will have like an early dinner.
That's bold.
8:30 will roll around. So there's
still
a
hungry.
pizza commercial on TV.
Oh,
or somebody's
yeah.
eating pizza in a TV show, and you're like, you know what?
Hell yeah.
Let's get a pizza. And then you get a pizza.
Is that weed related?
Oh, hell yeah. It's weed. Absolutely weed is part of the decision-making process in that moment.
If there's not a Try Guys 420 special,
It's especially if like you had an underwhelming dinner. You know,
Yeah.
like you put something together, you thought it was going to be good. It was you tried a new recipe. It turns out it was bland. You kind of ate through it and dealt with it. You feel
Oh my God.
unsatisfied.
Or if you just didn't quite eat enough, like such a hungry boy. Here we are. We're recording this. It's 10 a.m. I ate breakfast at say 7:30, and I had 2 eggs and a full giant piece of toast. I'm hungry. I'm dying over here. I might need to go get a snack. If that happens to me and I eat an underwhelming dinner at 6 and 8:30 rolls around, what do? It's getting too late to eat. I don't have the patience to wait for a pizza to come to me. That's how hungry I get. The best is if there's cold pizza in the fridge, just heat up another slice.
Yeah, that is good.
So I guess, yes, I do that.
It's a good one.
falling asleep in a movie theater.
How dare you? That is criminal to me. I cannot imagine falling asleep in the movie theater. That is my church. That is my religious experience. I cannot imagine anything further. Oh no.
Oh my God.
But here it's specifically you go to those recliner theaters and you watch 50 Shades and you can't help but fall asleep.
Because you're going in fucked up, right?
Back. As this is post Outback Steakhouse, post 3 giant beers, probably some weed is mixed into there. You go in, your legs are coming up, your back is going back. You got 30 feet between you and the next person for some reason in those theaters, which will probably be popular coming soon. And you just can't help it. You fall asleep. What can you do?
Yeah, I guess I can. Now that you've painted the picture, I can see that. I would say, in general, naps on couches are pretty guilty pleasures. I usually don't do it in movies.
Oh,
But yeah, if it's something that I'm not really into, but I'm still just kind of there, maybe I'll close my eyes for a second.
Mm-hmm.
But usually not movies. Movies, I'm pretty, I choose to watch it and because I want to watch it.
Deeply offended at the suggestion. You know what I do love is that mid-conscious state of being where you are exhausted, you're probably fucked up, you don't care about the movie, you're falling asleep, but you still hear it. So I either I've been in that position or I've been next to people who are falling, their eyes are closed, they're falling asleep, then they go, still giggling while they're asleep.
It's funny.
Oh man, that for whatever reason that reminded me of let me know if this has ever happened to you. You're going on a road trip as a kid with your parents, and you leave butt crack early in the morning. My parents always would leave at 4 a.m. so we could get to the place by the afternoon so we could enjoy our time there more. But part of the drive, in those early hours, those twilight hours, you're sleeping, your dad or your mom wants to listen to some sort of audiobook to keep their brain entertained. And you're listening to an audiobook of Star Trek and you're sleeping and your crazy dreams are all basically the audiobook is your dreams. And it's this weird, you're aware that you're in your car, you're aware that you're asleep, and you're aware of the book, and your dream is being brought to life by the book. And it's this very weird, you're in between all those states. And it's lovely.
It's not worth explaining the one that I'm thinking of, but I'm curious, do we all have memories of dreams where we're like, oh, that dream was so dope. Like that stayed with you. Yeah.
Yes.
I have one in high school that I'm thinking about where I'm like, fuck, that dream was awesome. I wish I could just go back into it.
Yeah. Mine's called Ultimate Water Slide.
Ultimate.
It was fucking this ultimate water slide, and the water slide went through a hotel, and it was the most amazing water slide. Could never exist. It was an impossibly unrealistic water slide. Greatest water slide of my life. Greatest water slide of my life.
I wish.
That's cool.
I wish. I'd love to get there.
Well, boys, there's a couple more here that we got to get through. Buying flowers.
We have to get through. We can't not get through them.
Contractually, yeah, Fairy Godboss paid us about 100 G's, so we gotta.
Wow.
Buying flowers
I wish
for
that
yourself.
were true. That's not true.
That'd be cool.
Buying flowers for yourself?
Yeah, and whining and complaining is also on here.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah,
I love to
don't
whine.
like complaining. I'm against it as a rule, unless it's like gossip.
Give me some gossip about The Office, Miles.
Sam and Will are feuding on Twitter. That's a fun
Yeah, I love that.
That's a fun thing. I think
seen
we have
that.
there's not a ton of office gossip because one, we're all working from home. So like the office gossip is like between me and Sarah more so than like anybody in the office.
I imagine most of the gossip is about us and how we have let the current office fall to complete shambles because we're all mentally at the next office already. And we've been there for a year, even though the office is not done yet.
Yeah, probably
But
a
I
lot of
imagine
complaints behind our back about rats.
Yeah.
The champagne problem I've been living with is I've mentally been like, well, I'm only going to be filming at home for another week or two, but that's existed for 300 something days, and it never seems to be going away. And I don't have the biggest apartment, you know, I don't own a home, and so every time we film a video, our production team will bring stuff to us. Like we just did a soap video, and so I had this giant box of soap making materials, and I don't know where to fucking put it. It's just like the corner of my office now. I mean, look, I'll just show you on the YouTube. Oh, it's all connected to stuff. You can kind of catch a glimpse of it. I got a box
painted a
corner
picture.
over here.
I get it.
It's just
yeah.
like it sucks, and I don't know what to do, and I don't have the brain space to do anything about it.
Here's what you do: you stack it outside your apartment door. If somebody steals it, that's fine. But otherwise, you text Sam and say, "Hey, can you please come pick up the soap?" And whenever he gets there, that's cool.
I got an HOA, Ned. I left my sneakers outside my apartment once, and I got
have
a
an
nasty
HOA?
letter.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no,
got an
you're fucked.
HOA.
You're
It
fucked.
sucks.
Like, just redouble your efforts on the house search. Can we talk about that? Are you okay talking about it? Like we like Zach has put in offers on 6 houses. 7
houses?
now, right?
Oh, bud.
7? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Miles is wiggling his fingers. So we'll continue the Zach House discussion over on Patreon. You can become a patron at patreon.com/tryguys.
Not only will we talk about Zach's house for like at least 5 more minutes, we're going to open one more pack of Pokemon cards.
Hell yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Go over to
We
patreon.com.
can't do it on this. You got to join the Patreon to find out if I get rich on cardboard.
Now it's time for some
All
advice.
right, well, you do Miles this theme
with
song. I'm gonna go pee.
Miles
Bonsignore.
It's advice that'll go for miles. Tune into your
Can you hear it?
No.
It's advice that'll
But I also have to pee, but out of respect, I'm going to stay.
Hey, I appreciate it. Is everyone going to pee?
Everyone
I
wants
guess
to
the
pee.
theme song's long.
It's long. It's a good pee break. I
Yeah,
bet
it's
the
a good
audience
pee.
even sometimes goes
Right, I
to
get
pee.
that.
Even though they could just go pee anytime.
What's up, Miles Nation? Everyone except for Keith went to go use the bathroom during the fucking theme song. This podcast is in shambles.
It's their guilty pleasure is peeing.
Their
Peeing
guilty
on the
pleasure
job.
is piss, and I couldn't be more yawning for it. But Keith, this is an audience of one, and I'm asking you, have you ever wanted to freaking suck down a little glob?
Depending on the glob, go on.
Have you ever wanted a sweet and saucy evening? contained in a size that is smaller than a bottle of Vaseline.
Glob, bottle of Vaseline. I got it. I'm in. I'm hearing it.
I don't. Maybe are you trying to sell me on just sucking a pack of sweet and sour sauce straight from the pack?
I heard the whole thing in the bathroom, and it was a little disturbing audio to go pee with.
Open your legs and
No.
step inside.
Getting worse. Getting worse. Is
The
this Vaseline?
water's warm, Ned.
So let me just recap it in case everyone missed. It's
Yeah.
a tiny glob, just guzzle down. It's a warm night together in a bottle smaller than a Vaseline jar, and you need to open your legs and get wet. Go, now what could that be?
Is this lube?
This is canned tomatoes.
What kind? Stewed, crushed, whole, chopped?
Whole canned tomatoes makes the baby go, oh. I'm talking about tomatoes that are succulent and could be made into sauce, if you can believe that. Pasta is so yesterday. Today's new diary entry reads, pasta with sauce.
Are you working at like a homeless shelter? I'm eat
all about
rice
this.
and you advertise canned goods right now.
Yeah, things aren't good at the Bonsignore estate. But canned tomatoes are succulent and good. And I've heard from a TikTok, I haven't really bought these yet, but I've heard that canned tomatoes are good because they are the tomatoes that taste good, but don't look good. And so usually they taste better than store-bought tomatoes because store-bought tomatoes can suck my ass.
They can fucking suck sometimes.
They can be bad, and they're mostly like little orb globes, unless you're going heirloom. But if you're fucking going to the grocery stores I'm going to, it's like $25 a head.
I will say, when you get a
Just for
bad
admission.
heirloom tomato, you're pissed because that thing was like $3.50 to $4 for a single tomato, and it sucked. And we had a bad heirloom the other day, and it feels awful. It feels awful.
Miles, you're talking about making your own pasta sauce. You're talking my language.
Yeah, baby,
It's
Italian.
Don't let Chef Boyardee do it for you. Be your own Chef Boy. See?
Chef Boy. Oh my God. The Chef Boyardee is the idea of putting that in my mouth makes me want to die. But
It's
I will
not
say,
good.
it's not good. But tomato sauce is really easy. I'll also say, I think I've given this advice before, but if you're getting bottled tomato sauce, you can make it good really pretty easily. Saute garlic, a little bit of onion, put some fucking red chili pepper flakes in there. You're good to go. Butter it up also. All gonna make it good.
Butter. Yeah, you can make, the same with frozen pizzas. Chop your own veggies, put it on top.
Hell
Yum,
yeah.
yum.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah. And yeah, what you got, Zach? You're looking confused.
Oh, I was chopping.
He's-
Well,
oh,
I had a
okay,
heartbreak
okay.
a tomato-related heartbreak last night. There was
No.
this soup that I adore with all my heart. It's a puttanesca soup, little puttanesque, and it involves potatoes. We cooked it. I was looking forward to it so much, and I sit down to eat, and I'm starting to eat, and Maggie goes to the kitchen. She's cleaning up, and she looks at our potatoes, and she goes, "Huh? Do these look a little green to you?" And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And we had already peeled the potatoes in the soup, so I can't tell if they're green. But once potatoes are green, like people online say you should get rid of them, you shouldn't eat them. So we had this soup, and we didn't know, can we eat it? Can we not eat it? Is it dangerous? Has it gone bad? And so we opted to not eat it. And I had like two of the most delicious.
Oh,
Big
you gotta
mistake.
roll the dice, brother.
You can
What's the worst that's gonna happen?
You're not going to die.
I rolled the dice, and she.
Oh,
made
there
me
we go.
dinner.
There it is. There we go. There we go.
But I supplemented my meal. I felt bad about. You talk about guilty pleasure. I was enjoying every bite, but I'm like, oh, this might give me diarrhea.
We've all been there. We've all
done
been
that.
smelling the shrimp, and we think it smells good, but what does good shrimp smell like sometimes?
It's so hard to tell because they say that if it smells like fish, don't eat it.
Then again, it is fish. So
Fish.
I was like, it
guess-
smells like the ocean.
Yeah.
You guys are
That's-
potato
that's good.
boys.
That's
I have leftovers of the soup because I really only ate a little bit of it last night, and I packaged it up to see what would happen today. So far, feeling good. Do I have the green light for the green potatoes?
It
The
depends on
mildly
how green they were.
Yeah.
Like it looked like the potato had a slight jaundice.
Did it have tentacles?
No.
I think.
Then it's probably
I
fine.
think it's fine, unless it was moldy.
Don't take
or
our
something.
advice, listeners. This is just
Don't
for
take
me.
our advice. I mean, you know, comment below if you got some horror stories in the bathroom from green potatoes. But I don't know. I
Tell
feel
us
like
about your shits in the comments below.
Let us know.
I would read them.
The discourse online is that it is poisonous and that like you can get headaches and diarrhea and nausea, but
everything's
you need like
bad
4
for
pounds
you
of
in
it.
a certain forum online. Like whatever, you like don't eat. I don't know. It's like just there's so many things that people are like, yeah, this is not good for you, and you're like, okay, but also it's fine. It's fine.
If I won't die and I don't think I'll vomit from it, I'll probably eat it. Because I'll probably be fine. Like, I won't die because I had a little bit of a potato that was, like, ripened
Green
and started
potatoes,
to become alive again.
Poison? And let's get some images. And
Eating
why
a
is
food
he-
that may or may not give you diarrhea, well, that's the greatest guilty pleasure of them all.
That is, hey, you know what? That is absolutely, when I'm talking about late night pizza ordering, I know what the morning is going to be like. We're just, sometimes the pleasure right now is worth the punishment tomorrow.
Well, another perfect episode. Thanks for listening. And stick around for the trailer for Guilty Pleasures. We launch on Monday and we'll be coming out every Monday thereafter. Super fun, something I really care a lot about. So it would mean a lot if you went and gave it a listen. Keith, hit us with the official TryPod theme song.
We're having fun talking about stuff we shouldn't do. We're feeling good doing things that we oughtn't not do. We're doing stuff that we know get sick. We gonna eat lots of green potatoes. Start to shit. TryPod.
Until next time, stay beautiful.
Hello and welcome to Guilty Pleasures, your new favorite comedy pop culture podcast. I'm Zach Kornfeld.
I'm Kelsey Dara.
I'm Garrick Bernard, and each week we're going to be talking about our favorite guilty pleasure movies and TV shows.
From cult classics to those movies you're told you're not supposed to like to things that are quote unquote not actually good.
We're going to invite in our funniest friends to celebrate the undercelebrated and find all there is to love and loathe about everyone's favorite guilty pleasures.
Here's a clip from our first episode.
Can I just say, my first guilt is right out the beginning with the title card of the word Twilight. Did you guys notice the G in the word Twilight? Looks absolutely fucking batshit crazy. It looks like a G that's out of like a crazy fun house.
You want to get into the pleasures?
Okay, number one, Bella's dad is so fucking hot. I would ride that mustache. I would let him put his
Fucking
chief
mustache
gun
man.
in my mouth.
That's where you start?
Well, yeah.
I've been trying to be a single dad for years, honestly, of one child. And Kelsey is proving that point.
Oh.
And it's just like, I'm just literally just trying to keep the pieces together, blah, blah, blah. And you walk into the bar and you see me at the end taking a drink or whatever. And you look over and you're just like, does he have a stroller there too? Is he like moving a stroller?
He
Is
should
he
not
trying
have
to
the
coddle his
stroller
child?
in the bar.
I'm a regular there. The bartender lets me bring in my baby girl,
What's her name?
Don't.
Tabitha.
No.
I don't fucking know. I don't know the baby's name. It's a prop.
That's
it's a prop.
First name that came to mind.
But to your point, Kelsey, there is a scene where they finally kiss. Like and like he says, "Don't move," right? Okay, you remember this scene? He's like,
Yes.
"Don't move," and then she goes to kiss him. He's like, "No, don't move." And my legs started quivering.
Not your legs, Zach.
My
No.
leg, it got me. I was like, "Motherfuckers, kiss! Give me the vampire kiss! Go!"
Yes.
It got me, and I can't
They
believe
nailed
that
it.
it got me because I'm a
Yep.
full-grown, arguably a full-grown man, and I was
Yeah.
lusting after this movie hard.
In the end, we'll decide if the movie is a pleasure.
A guilty pleasure.
Or just plain guilty.
How many times can we say guilty in this promo? My God. Join us for new episodes every Monday wherever you get your podcasts.